Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Courtney. If you're returning, welcome back. Quick shout out to everybody over on Patreon for their support. And if you're watching this video with military affiliation, thank you so much for your service. Star Trek, baby, the original series, season 3, we are going to get into episodes 21 and 22 titled The Cloud Minders and The Savage Curtain. Looking forward to getting into these. You guys know we don't waste time over here, so let's get into it, and I hope that you guys enjoy the video.
A botanical plague is devastating a planet in the quadrant of the galaxy where the Enterprise is operating at present.
We got another illness?
To the planet Ardana, where the only known source of Xenite exists. It is the one substance that can halt the plague.
The High Advisor of Ardana is ready to receive you on Stratus, sir.
On Stratus? That's their cloud city, isn't it, Mr. Smart?
When we say cloud, do we really mean like clouds?
Tell the High Advisor that we're beaming directly down to the mine entrance in order to ensure the fastest possible delivery of the Xenite. The need is urgent. Oh, and tell them that we appreciate the honor and that we look forward to some visit in the future.
Yep, let's keep everything pleasant.
Stratos, Captain.
Oh,
City
wow.
Actually floating in the sky.
Ha, that's cool.
It is a totally intellectual society. All forms of violence have been eliminated.
Huh, that would be nice.
I don't understand that. Those troglodyte miners were supposed to have made delivery when we beamed down.
Oh no, I just saw some shadows, so someone's there.
It would seem the troglodytes have changed their minds about delivery.
Ooh. Okay, we can talk this out.
Who are you? What's the meaning of this attack? We're here by permission of your government council on an emergency mission.
Oh. Oh, not with the weapons. Spot, get to pinching people. She is putting up a fight.
Troglodytes, halt!
Ooh, they must be from the Cloud City.
Surrender or we'll fire!
Well, they didn't waste time shooting.
I'm Placis, High Advisor of the Planet Council.
Well, I'm more concerned with the Xenite consignment.
Apparently, the disruptors have confiscated it just as I knew they would. It's the disruptors who are responsible for their refusal to continue mining for Xenite.
Do hope the search will be brief, Mr. Advisor.
Yeah, we gotta save the other planet's vegetation.
Remarkable. The finest example of sustained anti-gravity elevation I've ever seen.
Oh, I love this outfit. And the color, very nice.
Gentlemen, one of our planet's most incomparable works of art. My daughter Droxine.
I have never before met a Vulcan, sir.
Nor I a work of art, madam.
Oh. All right now, Mr. Spock.
Disruptors again.
Oh, a dagger?
They hope to force the council to accede to their demands.
What are the demands? I must concern myself with it if it should interfere with the delivery of Xenite to Merrick II.
Correct.
Ardana is a member of the Federation, and it is your council's responsibility that nothing interferes with its obligation to another member of the Federation.
Do you think that Captain Kirk and his very attractive officer feel that we're responsible for their injuries?
Oh, my darling. Oh, we've caught one.
My business is to repair.
Repair what?
There are damaged entrance panels.
Indeed. Then you must have a repair permit. Where is it?
It was forgotten.
Did you also forget your transport card?
There's a lot of forgetfulness in this one.
Secure him to the rostrum.
Uh-oh. Oh. Yeah, you don't just fling yourself to your death unless it's for a very important reason in terms of it's very important to yourself.
The young girl who led the attack against us when we beamed down was filled with the violence of desperation.
She was.
If the lovely Droxine knew of the young miner's misery, I wonder how the knowledge would affect her.
Yeah, she seems to have been raised in a bubble. And look who it is.
It seems that Vulcans are fascinatingly different. In many ways.
Oh, now who is that?
Vulcan eyes are very discerning, too.
Isn't she the woman that attacked them? Oh, yep. He's really awake.
You again.
Release me!
So you can attack me again? That would be foolish.
Right.
You answer some questions, and I'll let you up.
I will answer.
She lied.
You only take a mate once every 7 years.
The 7-year cycle is biologically inherent in all Vulcans.
Oh, yes, we remember all of that.
And is there nothing that can disturb that cycle, Mr. Spock?
Ooh, the way she is looking him up and down.
Extreme feminine beauty is always disturbing, madam.
Spock?
Vana. Droxine.
Why have you come here?
To welcome our honored guests, as I was taught to do when I served in your father's household.
Ah, there's the connection.
Yes, it seems the troglodytes are under the impression that the Enterprise is here to intimidate them. We're here to get that Xenite consignment, and that's it.
What would troglodytes do here?
Live in the sunlight and warmth.
The caverns are warm.
How do you know? Have you even been down there?
Just as your minds are not accustomed to logic.
Ooh, those are fighting words.
Unaccustomed to light and warmth. That's necessary to all humanoids. Surely you don't deny it to the troglodytes.
In other words, they perform all the physical toil necessary to maintain Stratus.
How
Right.
can they share what they do not understand?
Have you given them the opportunity?
To restrict the segment of the population to such hardship is unthinkable in an evolved culture.
In Stratos, we have completely eliminated violence.
Oh, wow.
There are no disruptors.
Very well, if you prefer the rays.
Ooh. Please tell me that didn't kill her.
Mr. Advisor. You said you were going to question Vana, not torture her.
She's stubborn.
And I thought y'all eliminated violence.
Physical discomfort is extremely persuasive, Captain.
Yes, but I won't stand by while someone is tortured.
Violence, in reality, is quite different from theory.
But what else can they understand, Mr. Spock?
Maybe just try talking with some civility.
The abstract concepts of an intellectual society are beyond their comprehension. I fail to see the purpose of this continued criticism. Why are you so concerned with this disruptor's well-being?
Have they not made it
Beyond
clear?
plain humanitarianism, my orders are to get that Xenite.
Then stop interfering and I'll get it for you. You will return to your ship at once, or I shall contact your Starfleet command myself and report your interference with this planet's government.
Ah, the Prime Directive.
Mr. Scott, we're ready to beam up.
Aye, sir.
Captain Kirk appears again.
Kill him.
Yeah, they're up to more than what we're seeing.
Medical analysis indicates the troglodytes are mentally inferior. Their intellect ratings are almost 20% below average.
They're all the same species.
Well, I had this Xenite sample sent up from the surface. Now, unsealed, it would have had detrimental effects on everybody here. But in its raw state, it emits a odorless, invisible gas that retards the intellectual functioning of the mind.
Oh,
And the mines are full of that gas.
right.
Right, and the troglodytes are constantly exposed to it.
As part of the staff of Stratos, Vana was removed from exposure for a long period. It is likely that without such exposure, the effect slowly wears off.
That makes sense.
Can you neutralize the gas?
No, but a filter mask should remove the exposure.
And do you really expect me to believe that that mask can achieve intellectual equality for the troglodytes?
Dr. McCoy has analyzed the Xenite thoroughly. We've checked his findings through the computer, and they're absolutely valid.
And we trust Dr. McCoy.
Unequal evolution did not begin until after your ancestors removed themselves from constant exposure to the gas.
Right. It cleared up in their brains.
I would like to offer them a supply of these filter masks in exchange for the Xenite consignment.
Such an offer could only cause more unrest among them.
Are you afraid the filter masks will work? Is that why you don't want the troglodytes to try them?
Right, because there'd really be an uprising.
I'm here to get that Xenite. If these will help me get them, then I'll use them.
And I forbid it. This communication has ended.
Wow, man.
We have 10 hours and 40 minutes to deliver that consignment to Merak 2.
If Vana doesn't have something definite to gain for her people, she'll die rather than turn over that Xenite consignment. This is the only thing that might convince her.
If you are apprehended, deliberately violating the High Advisor's orders, he will be within his rights to have you executed if he chooses.
Oh, no.
Nobody's to have any part in it, any responsibility for it but myself. That's an order, Spock.
Spock might go against the order.
Stand by till I contact you. There's a dangerous gas in the mines that affects the development of the troglodytes exposed to it for a period of time. This mask will prevent any further damage.
Gas from Xenite?
Yes, ma'am.
It's hard to believe that something which is neither seen nor felt can do so much harm.
Carbon monoxide.
Would all the troglodytes wear these masks?
Yes, I'll see to it that the Federation engineers construct them. As soon as the Xenite is delivered to Merrick 2, I'll come back. I'll request permission to mediate for the troglodytes.
He'll do it. He has a good heart.
You must trust me. If you don't, millions of people will die, a whole planet. This filter mask is all that can save the troglodytes.
I mean, who else is going to help y'all?
Very well, Captain. I will trust you. The consignment lies deep in the mines, in a place known only to troglodytes.
Are you not gonna hide the mask? Well, yeah, we can stun people.
We'll need a transport pass to leave the city.
Good thing she knows what she's doing. Why is she looking around like she doesn't know where she's going?
You have returned.
And I've brought with me a hostage. Seize him! You thought you would trick me with your talk of your filter and your unseen gas. Our weapons are our freedom.
Holding me won't help you. My men will still come for that Xenite consignment.
They sure will. Pfft, Mr. Spock is extremely intelligent.
Dig as the troglodytes do.
Oh no.
As the troglodytes
Without that
do.
mask, I haven't.
Yeah, that's gonna affect him.
With your bare hands, Captain.
Girl, I was starting to like you.
The unseen gas doesn't seem to be harming you.
It takes a while for its effects to be noticed.
I brought him here, and I will say what is to be done.
You are not the only disruptor. I too can say, when Anka returns, we will all say.
I like how their dialogue was written. His was more broken, while hers flowed a little bit more.
Mydro is a child.
The masks can change that.
Come on. Man, just zap her. Okay, or not.
We're sealed in.
Completely.
But soon the atmosphere will go. We'll die.
Die from something that can't be seen? You astound me, Vala.
Good point.
Locate the High Advisor and beam him to these coordinates immediately. I'm preparing a demonstration. On the effects of unbelieved gas.
Because when he starts acting like them, it's going to prove Kirk's point.
I forbid you ever to speak of Captain Kirk, even to think of him.
Ready to transport the High Advisor?
We'll have to delay. I'm picking up 2 life forms in the gallery.
We cannot transport one.
Without the other,
I've always wondered about that, like standing too close to someone.
until the High Advisor is alone or can be isolated, the captain will have to wait.
I wasn't thinking of Captain Kirk.
Just thinking about Mr. Spock.
The disruptor Vana has disappeared.
Where is Captain Kirk?
He did not know, sir.
This is the kind of reason they use to persuade us.
They are desperate.
Sir, scoot away from your daughter so we can...
Go to your music.
Okay, well, he sent her away.
Are we so sure of our methods that we never question what we do?
Ooh, that is a good statement. Ooh.
Energizing. I've been here nearly an hour of your Earth time. I see no changes in any of us.
Perhaps you need closer exposure. Fill that container.
Are you suggesting that I dig Xenite?
Go for it.
You too, Vana. You too. Dig!
Yeah, you can tell that Captain Kirk's being affected.
Your orders are to stand by. Carry them out. Kirk out.
Standing by, Captain.
However, let me remind you, we have only 5 hours left.
Well, darn.
Very unlike the captain.
Can the Xenite be affecting him?
Yes, sir.
I grow faint. The oxygen is going.
Kirk, transport us out of here. Dig, imbecile. We'll die. I said dig.
Oh, I didn't know we were going to start slapping people.
I will take no more orders.
One more step and I'll kill you.
The gas. Captain, you were right. It's taking effect.
Yes, finally.
Are you as brave with Morte as you are with a phaser? Both will kill.
In the world? Yeah, Captain Kirk fights way better than this when he's not affected by the gas.
Enterprise! Enterprise, help! They'll kill each other! Help us! Help us!
Well, I'm glad she was able to figure that one out. Should have called some red shirts in.
Captain! The C-type gas!
Oh!
Well, seems my little demonstration was quite a success.
More successful than we were hoping for.
I don't like filters. Or even masks.
Huh, that sounds familiar.
The captain will have his Z-Night, just as I agreed.
Agreed. There's no such word in the Troglite vocabulary.
Oh, stop.
You could have had those filters for all the good it will do you.
They will be very effective, sir.
They will all be like her. Ungrateful, vindictive.
Our demands have just begun. Here is the Z-Night, Captain. Just as I promised.
I shall go to the mines. I no longer wish to be limited to the clouds.
Oh, there's that.
Your planet like this one?
No, Vulcan is quite different.
Yes, we have seen. But I would like to see more.
Believe me, sir, I have neither the time nor the desire to return here.
Nor the energy.
You are guilty of abduction, Captain.
And you're guilty of attacking a starship commander and plotting against his life.
That too.
Perhaps both incidents are best forgotten.
Oh, look at you, girl.
They never happened, Mr. Advisor.
Okay, guess we're moving forward.
Mr. Scott, beam us up.
Alright, I actually quite enjoyed this episode, mainly because of the topics that were being discussed. I really liked how it touched on, you have the folks up in the sky on Stratus, and they have this idea of how the folks in the mines are, like, how they are as a people, but y'all don't really mingle with each other. You don't exactly see eye to eye on certain things, and you have this whole idea that because they do a certain type of work, that they are all a certain way and they all behave a certain way. And same thing with the miners. They see the folks up in the sky, and I really like that it shows this like idea of superiority and inferiority. Not that I like that sort of thing. I'm saying that I like that it's showing it in the episode, where you have the people kind of up on their pedestal, they're up on high looking down at everybody like, those people, they behave like this. And you have the folks on the ground that are like, oh yeah, those people, they look down on us and they think like that. And come to find out, all it is really just the people in the mines affected by the gas that the Z-Night gives off. It just affects them mentally. And from what we could see with Captain Kirk being beamed back up to the Enterprise, it didn't take long actually for his mind to clear up once he got some fresh oxygen. So, but I can understand why they didn't believe in the gas, because it's like, so we can't see it. It's like odorless. Like, really? Come on. Because they're not aware of things like that. So for them, they're thinking like, oh, you're just making excuses. So it is nice that we were able to find some common ground. I will say that it was kind of like, oh, that was a little anticlimactic when it was like, okay, let's just pretend that this all just didn't happen and just move on. And it's like, okay, yeah, I guess. And it's just like, oh, I thought there was going to be a little bit more to that, but hey, cool, whatever. And I thought it was really cute how his daughter had a crush on Mr. Spock. That was adorable. Loved her outfit. Loved the eye makeup. Actually, I loved the outfit on both women. And I liked, both their makeup and everything. They were dressed very, very nice in this episode. So that was really cool. And yeah, overall, I just love what this episode did. It really made you think. And I'm just like, thank you. I've been waiting for another episode in season 3 that makes you really think about these topics. So this was very nice. And we're going to go on and scoot into the next one. And I hope that you guys enjoy my reaction.
All observation stations take final readings. This will be our last orbit.
Still read a suggestion of carbon cycle life forms on the planet's surface, Captain.
What's all this poppycock about life forms on this planet, Spock?
Ha, poppycock. You don't hear that often.
Well, I think Starfleet should forget about those old space legends. There's no intelligent life here.
There could be. No, something wants y'all there.
We're being scanned, Captain. A deep probe, incredibly swift.
Oh, was it all an illusion? Abe, is that you, baby?
Captain Kirk, I believe. Do I gather that you recognize me?
I recognize what you appear to be.
Right.
I am Abraham Lincoln.
Spock.
Check to see if that's Abraham Lincoln.
They did scan us and our vessel, Captain, and doubtless obtained sufficient information to present this illusion.
Illusion?
That's what it seems like.
No doubt you have devices which can check my reality. You should be directly over my position in exactly 12 1/2 minutes.
Interesting.
Thank you, Miss Plumley.
Bones looks so skeptical.
Small change occurring there, Captain.
Oh, that must be the spot.
An area of approximately 1,000 square kilometers. It measures completely Earth-like.
Jim, do you really believe he's Abraham Lincoln?
Well, it's obvious he believes him.
This is true.
Full dress uniforms.
I understand President Lincoln's coming aboard, sir.
How you daft, man. I'd have expected sanity from the ship's surgeon at least. President Lincoln, indeed.
I don't for a moment believe that President Lincoln is actually coming aboard. We're dealing with an unknown and apparently highly advanced life form.
Very much so.
Locked onto something. Does that appear human to you, Mr. Spock?
Fascinating. For a moment, it appeared almost mineral.
Dr. McCoy, take tricorder readings and see if it is human.
I doubt it.
The USS Enterprise is honored to have you aboard, Mr. President.
As we point phasers at you.
A most interesting way to come aboard, Captain.
An energy matter scrambler, sir.
If those are weapons, please lower them. At my age, I'm afraid I'm not very dangerous.
Human, Jim.
Wow.
Just what was it you locked onto before you beamed him aboard?
You heard Mr. Spock yourself. Mineral, he called it. Like living rock. May have been another figure down there standing by.
Possibility.
Excuse me, Captain Kirk.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Scott.
What a charming negress. Oh, forgive me, my dear. I know that in my time, some use that term as a description of property.
Sure did.
You see, in our century, we've learned not to fear words.
We've each learned to be delighted with what we are.
Philosophy of Nome, meaning all. How did I know that? Just as I seem to know that on the planet's surface, you will meet one of the greatest living Vulcans in all the long history of your planet.
Interesting.
Where the devil are they?
They're probably looking up a plate of haggis in the galley. They've been everywhere else.
Sorry to have been delayed, gentlemen.
You were quite delayed.
Lincoln died 3 centuries ago on a planet hundreds of light years away.
More that direction, engineer.
Dang, Mr. Spock.
I am observing the alien.
Well, at least somebody agrees with us. He's an alien, and he's potentially dangerous.
Mad. Looney is an Arcturian dogbird.
An Arcturian dogbird. I want to see one of those.
Why Lincoln, Spock? Any speculation on that?
President Lincoln has always been a very personal hero to you. What better way to titillate your curiosity than to make him come alive for you?
Oh, that makes sense.
Don't do it, Captain.
Yeah, sounds like a trap.
I shall beam down.
I must beam down with you.
You're both out of your head.
Aye, sir.
And you're on the edge of insubordination.
This has happened too many times to count.
Gentlemen, your concern is noted and appreciated.
Well, let's see how this goes.
If they're wrong, they do beam into a pool of lava.
Then they're dead men.
that? They're phasers and... Oh. Lovely.
Captain, our phasers and tricorders did not beam down with us.
Do you have a communicator? Oh, well, that's
Kirk
good.
Enterprise.
Undamaged, yet something is preventing them from functioning. If they're all right, they should have reported in.
Oh, great. What now?
Despite the seeming contradictions, all is as it appears to be. I am Abraham Lincoln.
Just as I am whom I appear to be.
Serac.
Who?
Yeah, who?
The greatest of all who ever lived on our planet, Captain.
Oh, this is our Vulcan buddy. I say buddy loosely. I meant the person, the Vulcan that was down on the planet.
Live long and prosper, Spock. May you also, Captain Kirk.
Live long and prosper, everybody.
As I turned and my eyes beheld you, I displayed emotion. I begged forgiveness.
The cause was more than sufficient.
You'll have an answer soon, Captain.
Oh, that's the mineral.
Our world is called Excalibur. Countless who live on that planet are watching. We shall communicate with your vessel so that your fellow life forms may also enjoy and profit.
This is a very interesting design.
Behold.
Oh, I see we have a Klingon.
Some of these you may know through history. Genghis Khan, for one.
Oh, know that person.
Zora, who experimented with the body chemistry of subject tribes on Tiburon. Kalis, the unforgettable. The Klingon who set the pattern for his planet's tyranny.
Ah.
We welcome the vessel Enterprise to our solar system and to our spectacle.
I'm glad they can see all of this.
We ask you to observe with us the confrontation of the two opposing philosophies you term good and evil. If you and Spock survive, you return to your vessel. If you do not,
you die, right?
Your existence is ended.
This has taken an interesting turn.
There's nothing we can do, Doctor. Nothing but watch them.
What do the sensors read?
As life forms. They are living beings.
How's this even possible?
Could there be aliens projecting an illusion?
Right.
The readings are those of humanoids.
Mr. Spock and I refuse to participate.
I would refuse too. So did our 4 villains disappear too? No, they're still there.
Why do they want us to fight?
To see if good or evil will prevail.
Our concept of good and evil is strange to them. Perhaps they wish to determine which is strongest.
Yep, that's what I got from it.
I'm afraid none of us may leave, gentlemen, until we do what it demands of us.
I quite agree with your attitude toward this charade. It's ridiculous to think that we should take part in it. I suggest we call a halt to this at once and see if we can't find some way out of our difficulties. My associates are in full agreement with me.
So why don't they speak for themselves?
You were tricked into coming here, weren't you? So were we all. So it seems to me, Captain, that we have a common cause. And our enemy is that creature.
What do you propose?
That we combine forces.
Y'all could have come up with a plan before they got their side of good together.
Don't let prejudice and rumor sway you.
Yeah, they're up to something.
How can we warn him?
See? It was all a distraction. Mr. Spock, if you don't just pinch everybody... Oh, look who's back. Okay, Abraham Lincoln putting up a good fight.
But how delightful to discover at my age that I can still wrestle.
I think Colonel Green is right. That rock-like thing is our enemy.
We should arrive together at a peaceful settlement.
I am disappointed.
We do not care.
We offer you an opportunity to become our teachers by demonstrating whether good or evil is more powerful.
Oh! Kirk, you don't see him smoking. Or see it smoking.
Mr. Scott, I have the captain.
Scotty, do you read me?
Is there a danger of detonation?
Estimating 4 hours, sir.
Red alert, Captain. Mr. Scott is standing by.
We have a complete power failure. We're on emergency battery power only.
What happened?
They happened. The rock happened.
4 hours before the ship blows up.
The estimate is quite correct. Your ship will blow itself to bits within 4 hours, Captain, unless you defeat the others before then.
You are sick.
What if they defeat us?
To save your ship and your crew, you have to win.
Wow.
Scotty?
Your communicators no longer function, Captain.
Of course.
You may proceed with the spectacle.
James, the war is forced upon us. History repeats itself.
Again and again and again.
What'd you find out? What are they doing?
They've done nothing. They've not armed themselves nor prepared for any kind of defense.
We'll use this as a base. What I want to do now is scout them out, find their weaknesses, and attack.
You drink whiskey?
Occasionally, why?
Because you have qualities very much like those of another man I admired greatly, General Grant.
Thank you.
That seemed very random for a moment.
Logic dictates that we consider another course.
Okay, what would you suggest?
We'd suffered devastating wars which nearly destroyed our planet. Another was about to begin. We sent emissaries to our opponents to propose peace. Surely it is more logical to heal than kill.
My ship is at stake.
And all those people, over 400 crewmen.
The risk will be mine alone. If I fail, you lose nothing.
Let him attempt it.
You saw how treacherously they acted.
Oh, yes. But perhaps it's our belief in peace that is actually being tested.
Oh, that's a good point. I'm not mad at that possibility.
I have no authority over you. You may do as you think best.
Thank you. May you live long and prosper.
Colonel! No!
Gosh, she was ready. She said it's on sight.
Let's hear what he has to say. We may find it useful. I come in peace to propose peace. I'm doing what I consider best for all of us. No, I speak for myself because I abhor violence. But if you accept the solution I offer, they too will accept it.
I think you're trying to trick me, Vulcan.
No tricks.
No one talks peace unless he's ready to back it up with war.
He talks peace if it is the only way to live.
That's a good line.
I fight for gain, Vulcan. What do I gain here?
Your life and the lives of the others.
That should be good enough, but I don't think it's going to be.
You said yourself, Colonel, that we have common cause. To survive, together we can. Colonel, surely you accept the logic of this?
Oh boy. They're probably going to take him prisoner. Oh, he's so worried.
Your Surak is a brave man.
Men of peace usually are, Captain. On Vulcan, he is revered as the father of our civilization. The father image holds much meaning for us.
You show emotion, Spock?
Seems like it.
Help me, Spock!
Or it's a trick.
They're trying to goad us into attacking, Captain.
How can you ignore that?
A Vulcan would not cry out so.
Oh, this is true. Okay.
They're waiting for us to attempt a rescue.
Perhaps we can rescue him, Mr. Spock. What I propose is that I circle around to their rear while you two provide a frontal assault.
I can't let you risk it, Mr. President.
Well, I am no longer president.
That's a good point.
We fight on their level with trickery, brutality, finality. We match their evil.
All right, Abe.
I know, James. I was reputed to be a gentleman, but I was commander-in-chief. During the 4 bloodiest years of my country's history, I gave orders that sent 100,000 men to their death. There's no honorable way to kill, no gentle way to destroy. There's nothing good in war except its ending.
How many did you see?
2.
Okay, well, as long as they don't hit Abe. Don't make too much noise now.
Surak, the others have drawn them away.
You gotta keep your head on a swivel.
Help me, Spock.
Wow.
Now can you cry like Lincoln?
Help me, Kirk.
Mr. Lincoln.
James, stay back.
They must have stabbed him in the back. Yep. If Mr. Spock could just start pinching folks. Come on.
You are the survivors. The others have run off. You have failed to demonstrate to me any other difference between your philosophies.
Seriously?
Your good and your evil use the same methods, achieve the same results.
How many others have you done this to? What gives you the right to hand out life and death?
The same right that brought you here. The need to know new things.
We came in peace.
And you may go in peace.
But you're going to continue doing this to other people.
Mr. Scott, report.
The ship is functioning normally again, sir, and the restart cycle is in operation.
It would seem that we were held in the power of creatures able to control matter. So they were able to create images of Surak and Lincoln.
Okay, makes sense.
I feel I actually met Lincoln.
Yes. And Surak.
I feel I understand what Earth must have gone through to achieve final peace. There's still so much of their work to be done in the galaxy. Mr. Sulu, break us out of orbit and continue to our next assignment.
Aye, aye, sir.
The constant debate of good versus evil. We see this time and time again. Now, obviously, I know I'm going to get comments like this on this particular video to remember what was going on during the time this episode aired. Obviously, yes, I am aware of that, guys. I know I'm viewing a lot of this from a 2024 lens, and I try to remember as I'm watching this that, obviously this came out during the 60s and just, keep that in mind. But I will say for this episode, for myself personally, I thought that the gentleman that played Abe Lincoln, he did quite well, actually. I was very, very pleased, actually, with his performance. I was not prepared for there to be an actual rock monster villain. We'll just roll with it. If that's what we're going to do, that's what we're going to do. Overall, I thought it was interesting that, because at first I was just like, where is this episode going? It had a silliness to it, but not in such a way that it was a turnoff. At first I was kind of like, okay, wanting to try to understand which one is going to win. Does evil win? Does good win? Again, we see this type of concept a lot throughout history. I mean, we're still going through it now, even today. So I do find that the topics that this episode brought up are still relevant today. I feel that both episodes that I've watched really brought that to light, that yes, we are still going through these types of things even today. And considering how long ago, not trying to make anyone feel old, how long ago Star Trek came out, and then obviously in 2024 we're still seeing these themes, it really speaks to why Star Trek is still so relevant even to this day. So that I do enjoy. That's something that I did enjoy about these two episodes. I don't want this to come across as me being naive or anything, but I would like to believe that good prevails at the end of the day, no matter how much bad goes on in the world. But I mean, hey, at the end of the day, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Something that I learned about recently, I hope I'm not ranting too much, but something I learned about recently is a lot of times, let's not use good and evil right now. Let's just say positive and negative. Something that's positive for you may be negative to someone else and vice versa. So when you get a group of people together that are so like-minded, it's easy to amplify your personal beliefs and thinking that you are doing the right thing. So yeah, let's go with that. When you get a group of people together that are like-minded in their thinking and their personal philosophy, until they meet someone, I won't even say meet someone that challenges them, because there's always going to be somebody that challenges you, but you have to have the ability to actually listen and try and understand where the other person is coming from. You don't have to obviously you're not going to agree with everything that somebody says, but if you take the time to just open your mind a little bit more, to at least take what they're saying into consideration. I am stumbling over my words today, y'all. Sorry about that. I don't know. It could really just change some things. Now, some people, it will change. Other people, it won't. But again, that's just how society has been throughout many, many millennia. So we're just going to leave it at that. To my beautiful YouTube family, I really hope that you guys enjoyed my reaction to these 2 episodes, and I will see you guys in the last 2 episodes of the original series, season 3. I'm super excited, so we're just going to keep moving on, pushing forward, and see how those are going to be next week. So with that being said, I hope you guys are having a great day. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you guys know whenever I upload my next video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!